What's going on, everyone? What is happening? We are live right here on the Rap YouTube channel, Matty B's new YouTube channel, and of course, Edge of Philly Sports Twitter page. Guys, chime into the show. We have a lot going on. It's me, Bake Sal's in the house, your boy the Gobbler, and again, yeah, sir.
What can we say, man? You know what? I guess if it's going to be over, I'd rather it be now. Rip the Band-Aid off. Take us to next offseason. I'd rather it be the way it is now than go to the World Series and lose and just get my heart broken there. So, the way they were hitting, they couldn't hit out of a wet paper bag. So I guess they got what they deserved because the Mets were the better team in this series. Well, let's face it.
Well, yeah, listen, it's again. First of all, let's start from the top. Ranger Suarez was on point tonight. He was on point. I got to give the guys due, and I'm usually the guy harping on about Suarez, but he had he had 7 Ks, 7 to 8 Ks on the, he really pitched. And listen, there's been a couple times he caught himself in it with Jen. The bases loaded. Not once but twice he got himself out of trouble. He did really, really well on the mound tonight. It just so happened. And again, what's been the biggest problem for this Phillies team is the run support. It wasn't there for this Phillies team. It hasn't been there for the last half of the Phillies season. And kudos. And I said this to Al earlier, Al Safir. I said, we are nothing more. If you look at a sign and a big sight glass, we're nothing more than the Philly Braves. We are regular season champions. After that, we ran out of fuel. That's, to me, Sal, that's what it was. Again, you look at this game, though, Ranger Suarez played, again, throwing some low stuff, low sinkers, low fastballs, curve. He had, he had a lot of those Mets guys, a lot of Met players like the Pole Bear, like Brandon Nimmo. He had a lot of those guys chasing. But, however, what's the doomsday was the bullpen. The bullpen. Jeff Hoffman, my Lord, what were you throwing today? You hit everything but the strike zone. I see pitches in the ground. I see pitches at the dugout. I see pitches at the grimace.
He killed worms. Yeah, he killed worms. He was aiming for grimace. He was aiming for OMG. I don't know what he was doing. But my man Hoffman is a free agent after this season. He just left a lot of money on the table after this performance.
Oh, yeah. Totally. It was horrendous tonight. It was, again, this team has been going through its slumps. I don't care where it was in the batting order. These guys weren't performing well. And how about Alec Bohm at the beginning of the game? His defense was sloppy. It was ugly. It was part of the reason why, Ranger Suarez had to get himself out of a jam. It was uncalled for through the course of this game. That was going on. You had, just like I said, it just got from bad to worse for this team. And then, of course, the Landor grand slam was the icing on the cake. And the Phillies team they had that look of defeat. Really, if you look at the whole series, though, Sal, really, other than game 2, and that's late in the game, mind you, that Bryce Harper, hit that home run and kind of spoke volumes to the dugout. Nick Castellanos follows up with a home run, but after that, you really got nothing from this team. You really didn't. There was no fight in this team. I don't know if Topper's message has gone, stale with this team. So, now I look at this team. So every time we fire a manager, you guys decide to wake up. I can't really blame Topper.
I'm not blaming Thompson on this one. I'm not. It's the execution, in my opinion. The players didn't execute. The only guys in this series that did a darn thing with the bat were Castellanos, Harper, and Schwarber. Turner got a couple of hits in the first 2 games, but he was invisible tonight. Everybody, the rest of the lineup, there's nobody there. Real Muto, where's he at? Alec Bohm, his head's not on straight right now. He just seems like mentally he's not there. and I think that's why he didn't get the start yesterday. I don't know what the heck's going on,
And,
but
and benching him didn't do anything either. Like
no.
benching Alec Bohm didn't do anything. Didn't wake him up. Didn't send him a message. Didn't do anything, or the rest of the team.
No, now he might have got robbed by a double. He might have had a double down the line. I don't really know the ruling on that when the ball bounces over the bag and ends up in foul territory. I'm not really sure how that works. I think if it crosses over the first base bag and it's still fair before it goes foul, it's a fair ball. So but they couldn't review that play. So, and you saw Bone was going nuts. He's like, I got a double, and he almost got thrown out of the game. And Paco Figueroa, the first base coach, had to step in between Bohm and the umpire and was like, yo, chill out, it's cool. And and then what Bohm do? He ended up just grounding out to second there. So frustrating performance for him.
It is. It was
frustrating for the bats.
Katana again was throwing stuff low, and again Reed Garrett comes up, and he was trying to throw stuff that was low. Now, granted, I would bash the Phillies for leaving guys in scoring position, but so did the Mets. I mean, the Mets did a horrible job.
The Mets could have won 10-1 tonight. I mean, really.
Right.
Bases loaded 3 times in this game. For them.
Right.
They got cleared one time by Lindor, but yeah.
Right. It's crazy because I don't know if you had that feeling, but I did. Like, I was just waiting on a polar bear homer like all day. I was sitting there and waiting for I was waiting for the demise to come. And like, it's crazy. This is my second year in a row covering a Phillies demise game in a postseason. Like, I remember me and Al Safiri were up till like 1:00 in the morning last season, talking about this, about the demise. And here we are talking about this, and it's just frustrating with this team. And like I said, it's just there was not the 22 Phillies didn't come into play, and just like we thought, in Game 2, okay, maybe the home runs that came from Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos would have spoke volumes. Okay, maybe this is going to turn the page, but you got nothing really out of Game 3. And Game 4, they were just not in this. It looked like they were ready to go home. They couldn't care less about postseason baseball.
Every swing from a guy is swinging for the fences. Like, I saw Trey Turner chase so many balls in the dirt. And like you were saying, Quintana and the Mets bullpen, they weren't throwing strikes. They're like, you know what? These guys are going to chase everything. And the only guy who was doing anything was Castellanos and Harper. I mean, that's really the only thing. I can't even fault Castellanos. As much hate as I gave Nick for the first 2 months of this season, he did everything right in this series. And
he did. He was one of the few that came up with a double. Harper came up with a hit. Like you said, there's only a few guys that came up. I mean, Turner, ice cold. I mean, if we're going to hop on Bohm, Turner was ice cold. I mean, pretty much the whole, like you said.
JT, nothing.
JT, nothing. Another one, swings at anything. They chased Stott, didn't do anything. 0 for 3. With got a walk, got a K. Bohm, 0 for 3. Again, Turner, 2 strikeouts, 0 for 4. Schwarber, 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Marsh hasn't done anything this whole series. He went 0 for 4 with a K. Again.
I wore the Marsh shirt.
Did you? So
I wore the Marsh shirt. Hope I could break some bad juju here, but it didn't work out. So
no. Listen, there was other jujus broken. That was for me. But anyway, do you want to read some of the comments? I see we're getting loaded.
Yeah, let's get into it, man. Let's see what everybody else got to say, man. Let's see if everybody's as upset, depressed, angry as we are. Barbara, how are you? Sal, that was a total disgrace. Major changes must be made. No one is safe. And I agree. No one is safe. And Pat, I'm going to say right now, and I said this should happen during the season, hitting coach Kevin Long, got to go.
Yes.
First guy out.
Yes.
This
is fundamental baseball, right? Why are we swinging at first pitches, especially stuff that's way out of the strike zone? Why are we chasing first pitches? I don't care the curveballs. I don't care the sinkers. I don't care the stuff that's out of the strike zone. We are swinging at. This is fundamental baseball.
Mm-hmm. Fire Kevin Long, and you know what? If Rob Thompson retires forcibly or unforcibly, if he goes on his own or he's pushed out the door, I think this might be it for Thompson because if you guys remember, before Thompson took on this managerial role, he was set to retire anyway. So my man's got no
Yeah,
problem, taking the ski mobile back up to Canada and and doing the Iditarod with the horses and all that with the
yeah.
dogs
Listen,
and
that's what
getting
I'm
out of
talking about.
town, man. So
Yeah, yeah. But I mean, it's crazy. All right, who do we got to hear from? Mike Peppernick. Oh, what's up, buddy?
what's up, Mike? Fire Robbie and Dombrowski. Go see if Theo Epstein will want the job of running the Phillies and let Theo bring in a capable manager that knows baseball and not living off of analytics.
And listen, that's part of the game. Is living off analytics. So
It is. It is.
it's
It's going to
hard.
It's going to be tough to find old school that doesn't use that. There is a room for analytics in the game and to run a game. I think there is, but
Right. It's
too much analytics. Like for instance, tonight, a lot of people are probably wondering why was Marsh in the lineup? Why was Stott in the lineup? Well, it's because Jose Quintana, he's got reverse splits as a left-handed pitcher. He's actually fares better against right-handed bats than he does against left-handed bats. So that's why you saw, Stott and Marsh in the lineup, although
mhm.
they didn't do squat tonight, right? So
No, they again, like everyone's, and I'm seeing a lot of comments coming in from guys and everybody checking into the program, but they want to fire Topper. They want to fire. What's that going to do? I mean, I said that me and Al Safir are watching the game together, and I said, I know they got a lot of heavy contracts, but to me, this is it's time for me to break up this band. And matter of fact, Al just came down the steps and told me I'm number one because I told him about this Mets team.
number
And
one,
we were
yeah,
yeah,
this
he told
finger,
me I was
right?
number one. Yes, with
Right,
this
right,
finger. He told me I was number one.
right,
So,
right. Okay.
yeah, and it's funny because
Thought maybe he was telling you he's got to go number one.
yeah, well, I'm hoping it's the number one he's got to do. So, yeah, but I mean, I try to tell him, I said, this Mets team coming into the postseason, where they're just dangerous. They're road warriors. They're nasty. They got plate discipline. They were the Phillies 2 years ago. I mean,
Right.
you look at it.
Never
I mean,
say die attitude by these guys.
I mean, even that game that we won in game 2, it took a lot for us to win that game. We only won by a run. I mean, this Mets team, you have to put these guys away for 9 innings. That's what the Phillies were 2 years ago. They were tough, and this is what the Mets have caught fire. The first two, I said this on the Football Store show not too long ago, like April, May, and June doesn't mean squat. It's about getting hot. And this Braves and this Tigers team, I'm sorry, Braves, this Mets and Tigers team have gotten hot at the right time.
I'm cheering for the Tigers, by the way. Now I'm a Tigers all the way right now. So,
I
don't think you're right. I don't think Robbie's a bad manager. I just think it's like philosophy. So yeah, if you get rid of Thompson, is the approach going to change? So I think you got to get a new hitting coach first off. That's the first thing you got to do. And if that means get rid of the manager, then
so be it. But
I mean, I like Thompson.
And
I'm sorry.
And luckily, no. Like you're lucky. We're lucky that like the 1 inning, because the bases had 2 guys on, and you had the polar bear, and they sent Jeff Hoffman. That's where I was like, no, because previously Jeff Hoffman has been the polar bear's eating chewing toy. He's been the chewing toy for the polar bear. Like Pete Alonso was cooking him. And listen, and like I said, after that, he got out of that inning. But after that, I mean, stuff like you just said, he was killing worms. He had more ground balls than I've seen anything. So, horrible. But what's the next comment? Who do we have?
My man Adam, what's going on, buddy?
What's up?
Pat got his wish. His Mets won. Pat, I saw you, man. Underneath that shirt, you got some Mets colors on, man. Don't lie, man. Is that shirt?
No, listen,
I would expose you. We got Mets yellow, Mets blue, orange.
Listen,
blue. What's going on, man?
Well, listen, it's a little cold here in the studio.
Gobbler.
Yeah, listen. A lot of people are not happy with the gobbler, you know what I mean, because of my selection of Under Armour shirts I have. Listen, it just happens to be a dark purple, orange, and black. And a lot of these guys, go to an eye doctor, get your pupils checked. It's purple. So if you want to say it's the grimace, I can't help you.
All right, it came off as blue and yellow. You must have the old flip phone camera there. I don't know what you're taking your picture.
Yeah, yes,
on there, buddy, but. Oh, and Adams, yeah,
Adam,
talking
I don't
about the
get
wild
this.
pitches, man. Hoffman. I mean, I don't know what that's uncharacteristic. That's uncharacteristic from Hoffman, and he was set to get a big payday, and I don't even know if I want him back with the Phillies, man. Not after this. I mean, I don't. I mean, I'm sure he's a good pitcher, but his last couple outings were shaky, and today, obviously it was disastrous. So
Yeah, absolutely.
what are you gonna do?
And that's a shame. Like I said, the wild pitches, Adam, I don't get that either. But this is the bullpen. Like, what did you expect? I mean, they're nervous. They're obviously nervous of being in this moment, and they're not showing up. I mean, I love Strom, but he was getting eaten alive. I mean, the whole pitch, the bullpen became a chew toy for the whole
Well, what
Mets
happened?
lineup.
What happened? Because it was a strength for us. I mean, we had three,
It
four
was.
solid
You're
guys.
right.
Yeah,
It was a
just
major strength
fell
for us in the
apart.
regular season.
Hmm.
But it's just
it saved our ass. I mean, yeah. Sorry.
no,
Yeah, go ahead.
it's terrible. And guys, if you're
I
all
was going to say the
watching this,
pitching.
yeah,
Yep.
no,
No, I was going to say the pitching carried our ass for most of the season. For the first part of the season, the bullpen was dynamite. The bats took a while to heat up. Then the bats got going, and then everything started clicking, and you had a triumvirate force of the hitting, pitching, bullpen. I mean, defense. Everything was clicking for the Phillies, on pace for record wins. And then the second half of the season came, and then they just played like a 500 record pretty much, and pooped the bed.
like I said, it's just like I said, it's unfortunate, but I mean, the writing was on the wall for this team of not being productive. I mean, the writing was on the wall. I mean, this team, it just didn't show the fight. There was just not the fight anymore. Like, this team looked like they were cashed out in the second half of the season. All the first, like, if we didn't have a good first half of a season, we wouldn't even be here. But they started out so hot and all that stuff. Great. But, it's all about catching, getting fired at the right time. And like I said, the two biggest underdogs from the NL and AL, the Tigers and the Mets, are catching fire. And there's no one that can really get in their way. I mean, it's just a crying shame, but it is what it is. So look, I said this to Al, and I hope this doesn't happen. But if I had a crystal ball right now, to me, it's shaping up to be a Subway Series World Series. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen, but we'll see what happens. So
Yeah, we got a lot of people watching right now.
Yes.
I hope I throw up them likes.
And guys, if you are new to the new Matty B Wrap It Up page, please subscribe on YouTube. We will be continuing this, and we'll be doing a lot of Flyers conversation. So, guys, check in with my man Matty B. Thankfully, he got let us hook up to his YouTube page, and now he's going to be carrying the final for next year, and he's going to do the Clear the Ice for the upcoming Flyers. So, guys, you want to subscribe to this? You want to hang out with us some more? We're not going to go anywhere. We want to have a good time. But what's the next comment?
Check out
we
that
got
banner
there,
at the bottom. Yep.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. So we get some more
We
comments
got a lot
here,
of people
buddy.
checking.
Papernick says the Phillies team's offense has been bad for weeks before the playoffs, and then the Phillies look lifeless against the Phillies. That's the Phillies look lifeless against themselves. They also look bad against the Mets too. But I said this going into the playoffs. The only thing that was going to beat them were going to be injuries, and if they can't hit. Well, they staved off the injury bug, but they couldn't hit. And if you can't hit, I'm sorry, one run's not going to cut it. You're not going to win many games in the playoffs, if any.
No,
And what's going to happen? You get swept.
and it's crazy. Like, again, I hate to go back to the shadow of the first half, but we were stacking up 16 to 17. There was that one Marlins game. We beat them like 16 runs, and we were stacking up double-digit runs. We, in the postseason, like you just said, Sal, you can't win by one run and expect your starting pitching to bail you out. And you're lucky Ranger Suarez came with his A game tonight. You're lucky, and that's the killer. Like, one thing I'll give Al Safir credit on, he said the one thing that's going to kill the Phillies during the postseason is the Phillies going to hurt themselves. And he was right. The aggressive, over aggressive bat swinging, no discipline at the plate. Like the Mets had all that. The Mets were very disciplined, and like I said, they took their time with the pitches. They, like I said, this was to me a winnable game up until the bullpen got involved, and that's to me what was the icing on the cake for the Mets to just go to go run rapids on it. You saw the grand slam. That was it. Everyone said game over. So kudos to the Mets. Whether you like them or not, they listen. They carved through the Brewers. They ran through the Phils. They look like a runaway train.
Yeah, man. I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm just dumbfounded because they couldn't manufacture a run, and what you saw the Mets do all series was manufacture runs. And the Phillies, It's like long ball or bust. And I'm sorry, I commented when you and Al on PM in the AM on Saturday. I'm like, you can't. These guys want to hit 3-run home runs with nobody on base. It doesn't work like that. Like you gotta produce. You gotta hit the ball the other way. Everything can't be a home run.
It's crazy. It's not.
Make contact. When you put the bat on the ball, good things happen. If you can't make contact, guess what? You ain't gonna get on base. So sorry, unless you're walking.
No,
and it's hard to get 4 walks in a row to score a run. Trust me.
No, it is. It is. It's hard to get 4 runs in a row. It's hard. It's tough. Like I said, and the problem to me is it's just with the team. Just overall, just like you look dumbfounded, you look flattered, you look like you're out of fuel, you look like you're disinterested. I mean, like you said, you're over aggressively just trying to hit the long ball. And to me, and again, like to Topper, you took Alec Bowman out of the lineup for a day. That didn't send a message. Harper, those guys, nothing really. You didn't just make to me desperate times call for desperate measures. I would at least. I know we've been talking this for a couple of years now. You might want to try put Kyle Schwarber, in a cleanup duty. Something has to rattle the cages, because nothing. But then again, who would you have, top off? Who would be the leadoff guy? There's not many options right now that's hitting. So I mean,
that's the problem.
Listen. He was bringing Wes Wilson. He's been bringing in guys. Not in your starting lineup every day. But like you said, though, Sal, you said it best. The hitting coach, adios.
Because he has no.
Yeah, he's got to go.
That's it. That's the first thing going. Tomorrow. I would say tomorrow, axe him. And then you go from there. Yeah. And if it's Thompson retires too, or, I don't think they're going to fire Thompson. I think the Phillies would do something a little classier. Like, look, Rob, we want to be cool to you. You gave us a nice few years here, a nice run. You were going to retire anyway. Here's a nice gold watch.
Yeah.
Send you on your way. And here's a nice Ford Bronco. 4-wheel drive car. You could drive in Canada.
I am a big fan of the Bronco.
And enjoy yourself, man.
Yes. All right. Let's
that's what I think would happen. But
yeah, we'll see what happens. But let's get some of the comments.
Should we hit up the bottom line, the box score?
Do we need
the video? Let's do it.
All right. So this is.
Should we go through the box score and the bottom line on this crap series? Talk about one thing I want to point out. This is the ugly part of this series, Pat. Phil's hitting 204 in the series. That's coming into the game. The number went down even lower because after tonight's game, the Phillies, that is, went 4 for 31. That's a 129 average. So that 204 they were hitting coming into the series, that number's even lower now. And the Phillies have now scored 3 runs or fewer in 12 of their last 26 regular season games. They couldn't score 3 runs again tonight. They only scored 1 run. They can't hit with runners in scoring position. We've known that, right? That's a bugaboo for Matty B most of the season. The
Right.
Phillies, for the most part, were able to survive that, but you can't hit, you can't win. And that's it. That's the bottom line. And this team did not hit today. They got 4 hits with their 1 run today. And we can go up and down that box score of the there's not much there. You got Harper. Harper got himself a run. You got a walk. You got Nick Castellanos. Nicky
Yeah, how
2
about
bags. He
that?
went 2
Yeah,
for 4.
the only run out of the whole game.
Anybody else?
The
Well, Marsh got 1 hit. I don't even remember that one. That was an infield hit. That's right. That was late in the game.
the only run that we got was off a blooper error. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it. Off of one blooper error that our Bohm provided for Bryce Harper to come through. But
and Bohm didn't even get an RBI for that because that was an error, and that was fielder's choice. So nasty.
Yeah. For me, my Broad Street bottom line is obviously and simple. The bats have to be better come next year. I mean, there's really no excuses. I mean, we could blame the hitting coach, but we got to blame someone on the talent to take upon yourself and play better. I mean, because first half of baseball was solid. You guys played to play. You guys put up to the part of being the World Series contender, and now your guys are backpedaling. You're just like that 08 team. You guys are backpedaling every year now, and now the big questions are going to be what's next. So, and the bullpen's has to play better. You guys came up really cold. You guys came up like cold water, like me, all the time. When I go for a pull dip, I come up shrinkage. You guys came up cold. You guys were horrible. You know what I mean? My push deal comes like this. So you guys got, so I know you guys came up small as well. But no, I mean, listen, you guys should know the Mets pitching staff. You guys could not hit off Katana. Listen, to me, the overall look at big picture, game 1 was a layup. I mean, they gave you nothing, but they gave you guys a bullpen game that you guys should have took liberties on, and you felt it came up then. So, the Phillies doomed and gloomed themselves. Guys, this is
game 1, right?
That was game 1.
Stenga.
Right. Like I said, game 1 was a layup for this team, and they didn't take advantage of it. They came up small.
That should have been a gimme game. Yeah.
This should be a gimme game. I don't know what Michael Lauer thinks of this team being a World Series team. I mean, I don't know. Then again, I think he's eating tons of glue too. So, but anyway, so guys, listen, we're going to quickly get into some of your comments, and we're going to wrap up the program. But listen, we appreciate everyone. This has been a Finance Final. Probably this is going to be the last one on the Edge of Philly Sports. So guys, to catch us now, we're going to be moving to with the Matty B YouTube channel and so forth. And we're going to go forward from there. But let's get into some of these comments so we could take turns and answer them. So get there, Sal. You take the first one.
Yeah. Having technical difficulties or something. I'm trying to pull up.
I got it. I can handle it.
Comments, and I'm getting like a blank or something. I got to refresh. Go ahead. You can pull
I got you. I'll handle it on this end. Rob is an idiot, and he says this is a repeat game 1. Then you bring in Estevez. Why you let Hoffman load up the bases with wild pitches and 0 outs? Who does that? No, this is about using Sanchez and Wheeler to save the game. It's this is still run as lies. Yeah, Casey, thank you. Thanks for checking to the show. Yeah, it sucks, dude. It definitely sucks. This whole series sucks. And I don't listen. I'm not going to blame Topper fully. I'm not going to blame Topper. There's some, like I said, if you want to pull out the pie chart and blame them, that's fine. But you got to blame the talent, dude, for not coming through. Adam says, I think Turner has his eyes closed when he swings, possibly. Are you back, Sal? Yeah, Sal's frozen like a PS3 controller.
Seems like it.
Yeah. Bye Estevez. Bye Hoppin. Awful bullpen. I totally agree with you all. How dare Robbie bunny guy over
The blow pen.
the blow. I like that. Jason checking in. Overrated. I totally agree with that one. Rocky checking in. We got a Rocky in the house. I'll let you answer this. How about you answer this one there, Sal? The roster is poorly constructed. The BP CD did not complete half the questions and the pitching strategy. All right.
Pete, I have to question the pitch strategy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Throw it low. These guys were chasing it, and they left a couple meatballs there for some guys like Lindor to just feast on. So
how about that? There was a Girl Scout cookie came right across the plate from Lindor, say, "Grand Salami." And listen, it stings a lot of Phillies fans because it's the Mets that tortured you. It was the Mets that came to torture you. Walter checking. What's up, Walter? He goes 39-40 in the last 79. They were lucky they had a great start because, right, this was disgusting. That's what I said.
Five going on. Let me turn it.
Gonzalo, what's up, Gonzalo? Brian, what's up, buddy? Brian says, no one can be happy with this current lineup. No. Not at all. Rock Hoffman is probably dissing to Jeff Hoffman. Yeah.
We can't approach. It's just nobody does anything different. It's just the same stuff. I mean, Nicky Castellanos, you know what he is. That guy's never met a pitch he never liked. He'll swing at everything, but it's just you can't have 9 Nick Castellanos in your lineup. You can't. It's not going to work.
No, Xavier checking his management and pitching. Absolutely. You got to blame the bats too, Xavier. From Matithia, there's no. Mike says for Teeth, no protection for Harper as Robbie won't put Schwarber behind him. Yeah, listen. I got you, Sal. You on? He froze again. Yeah, so guys, keep on bringing your comments. Cody Clemens and Marsh waiting to those 2 last at bats. Those guys wasn't throwing any strikes. No. Steve,
still there,
what's
Pat?
Up, man?
You look frozen. I don't know what's going on.
Really? Because I'm fine. I'm fine on my end.
Technical difficulties, of course, because the Phillies, just everything's blowing.
Yeah, well, listen, we're getting a lot on the
Painter coming in, Crawford. Maybe goodbye, Alec Boehm. Who knows? Goodbye, Stott.
Yeah, so he said you can't bring out Hoffman. That's a long half innings, and he currently not necessarily not after 50th pitch. Neither Phils or Mets are going anywhere. Crawford, center fielder, Painter, join starters. Yeah. Brian says fire Thompson now.
I just hope the Mets don't win the World Series. That's my hope because I'll be really sick.
It's going to sting a lot of conditions around here if the Mets win the World Series, but don't rule them out. They're playing hot right now. Like Peppernick says,
they're scary.
The whole Phillies staff and Robbie Dombrowski pinks for tomorrow. Send Robbie back to
Damn.
Oh, man, he had to go that route?
The hammer on everyone.
Oh, I'm glad this happened.
Back to Canada.
Have no more installations about this Ghanaian team. I thought it was an 87 team win team at the start of the season. Listen, everyone did. Everyone had this team ready to go to the World Series. But we also did say for Topper, this is World Series or bust. Let's see how serious Milton goes getting a triumphant trophy back with some moves. Yeah, we'll see about that. What's up, Tone? What's up with Rob Thompson and Hoffman? It's like he's in love with him. The guy stings just because he was a New York Yankee, big deal. Listen, Mr. Woods, I get you, but I mean, you got to hand it to Hoffman through the regular season, most of the regular season. He played well for the Phillies. Now, granted, he's stinking. He's been nothing but a chew toy for the pallbearer and the rest of the Mets. But yeah, I get you. I mean, there's nothing else in the bullpen. What would it do if he was made every wrong move with his bullpen? His buddy approach does not work. This team under him has regressed in the last 3 years. Wow. Why wait? No, you're right.
Well, look at 2022. I mean, 2022 World Series. Last year, NLCS. This year, division. So next year, they're not going to make the playoffs. It's the way they're going backwards here. So,
yeah, absolutely.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And listen, it's so fun because everyone's so focused on this game, which we should. But listen, Nola choked yesterday. I said to a lot of people, Nola has one bad pitch. He gets in his own head. And we all know about him having a snowball effect. Then Topper brings in the wild pitcher with bases loaded. I was baffled. Mets have no closer. Milton, the middle of the pen also stinks. Yeah, listen, I get it. But the Phillies are in a much worse position because, listen, the Mets came into this as a hungry dog. The Phillies had an off time, had some time off. You had 5 days off. 5 days to get your head right, and still there was no answer to the series.
So, Pat, do you think the layoff is bad? Because I'm not using that as an excuse. I just think where the playoffs even started. So,
no, it's the layoffs are not bad. It's just this team. This team was just they hurt themselves. They didn't come prepared.
This team's not built to have a layoff, right? It's like they get a rest, and it's like they stink.
Yeah, but even if they were to come in that say if they were to drop to this, if the Mets were to trade places, they would have lost to the Brewers. The Brewers would have ate them alive. The Brewers in the last series that they had with them ate the Phillies alive. They won them 2. They beat them 2 out of 3. Here goes my man Fred. What's up, Fred? The Phillies were built for now, not next season, or one of the ones, or the one alert. We're obviously having a long-term contract that we will have to clean up for them here for the foreseeable future. But many of those thought they were contributing to the league's best team chemistry. Maybe distracting from instead. Right, we need some big changes or off the field since we could get past the Mets. Yeah, well, we're going to need some big changes. I wonder who stays and goes. It's going to be exciting to see.
Pat, I lose.
You all right? Can't blame Cassie. That's for sure. Yeah, Steve, you're absolutely right, cousin Steve. You're out. You can't blame Cassie. Robbie's a horrible manager. I mean, he lost the Atlantic pennant last season to another Atlantic manager. Yeah. Today, Trey was the best today, Trey was the player that I never want to sign. The player that Dodgers fans, yeah. Well, listen, Trey wasn't good either, Steve. Larry, what's up, buddy? Overpaid bums.
Yep,
I
man.
can't disagree.
Overpaid bums.
I can't disagree. Mark, not shocking. Philly teams all make the playoffs and always win nothing. 57 years on this planet and the same old. Yawn. Wow. Well, God bless your soul.
Hey, we'll always have 2008, Mark. We'll always have 2008. In 1980, you got 1980. I never saw that one.
Hey, listen, and you saw the Flyers, right? You got to see the Flyers win the Cup. I never got to see it. So, and the Sixers win. And, I get to see a Sixers or a Flyers parade. Baum, JT, Marsh just didn't provide the lineup length. Straight up. Yeah. They were ice cold, like my Piscadillo.
Hey, you know what? I got beef I got to bring up right now. What the hell is a grimace anyway? You know what? McDonald's got this purple, goofy-looking bastard up on TV. What is he supposed to be? Stomach cancer, an ulcer? What is that thing? I mean, like you eat McDonald's, grimace. Grimace means like,
I've been going to McDonald's for 38 years.
Too many Shamrock shakes?
You're right. I don't know. I've been going to McDonald's for 38 years of my life. I don't know what it is.
Grimace, man. It don't sound like something I want, man,
No. I think, I might want it.
If I told my wife, I said, you're going to get the grimace tonight, she'll show me at the door. I'm sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, well, listen, if I pull down my – never mind. Dombrowski did nothing at the trade deadline. I mean, getting a closer at the trade deadline was useless as Rob uses the bullpen by committee. And how's that work out for the Phillies since Robbie is manager? Listen, Mike, you're not bringing a bad case here. Listen, there were signs of this Phillies team that needed a wake-up call, right? Yeah, and they've
we got that big bat. Remember the big bat we got?
Yeah.
Remember the big bat? Austin Hayes.
Austin Hayes, right.
Bat.
Austin Hayes,
the
big guy. Listen, he came in, hit one home run and kind of got things going. And 2 days later, things went back to being a cold water. John Middleton tried to build a championship,
we needed a better bat than
team and failed. Yeah, Barb, you're right. He tried to buy a championship team and he failed.
He's trying to get that price high before he sells the team, right?
Yeah, right. Trying to sign good committee.
Wow, that's a hot take, bro. Hot take.
Come on,
trade Harper.
Come on, Five Night. That's a little bit crazy. Steve says,
Pat, I asked Mike and Al this the other week. Do you think Harper's got a little more? His bark is louder than his bite. He likes to chirp a bit. I feel like he gets tough on the field a lot, and hold me back, guys, hold me back. I'm about to go at him, and it's just like once he's getting held back, then he's going nuts.
I heard a couple of people that know him, that played with him, as far as single A baseball and stuff like that. That's all he is. He's a big bark, but little bite. But big barker, huh? Yeah, I said all year. This is from Steve goes. I said all year. Team goes as far as the daycare. We'll take them. They've flattered. They flattered all 9. They flattered out season 9 or S9. Did the team? I'm not trying to. I don't know. Barr says pitching 4 innings and start is not good. No. Like I said, I was really Barr to me. I'm really shocked about this Phillies about Ranger today. Ranger came with his A game. I was shocked. We've seen
not usually.
You know what I mean? So, but like I said, the problem was the bullpen. The bullpen just did not have, and Merritt just said the Phillies are the best team in baseball. That's ridiculous. Listen, he's going to say that because he works, he loves the team. So, but yeah, they're not if they're the best team in baseball, they would have won.
That's that Homerisms.
Yeah, that's a Mike Lauer for you. Crawford, Painter, Castellanos, Scott need his step hit the waiting room. Yeah. Harper wants more money, 13 years and no championship. Yeah, that hurt. I mean, listen, this playoff thing, this Red October has been fun. It's been
Harper better not ask for another extension. He's got 7 years left. He could deal with it.
Why? Here goes a question, and I'll let you answer, Sal. Why couldn't they just go
Johnny?
with
I don't know, man.
Wheeler over Hoffman? I don't know. I guess Jeff.
I'm not sure. They were saying if Wheeler would be available, but only for an inning or so, and then Sanchez, they were going to save. So,
yeah, and Johnny, to answer your question, I mean, why would you gamble that? I mean, say they won the night, right? They walked out then you have to gamble him for an arm, and then you're trying to get a game 5. I mean, I get it, but that's terrible. Scott, what's up, buddy? He goes, no leads on this team as they are never angry, emotionally outbursted towards the ones who aren't producing. I get it, Steve. Scott, I think they're just a tight bunch, and maybe they should have that one guy kind of snap out and try to mix this this whole thing up. Ellis, what are the Phillies going to trust in the offseason? That's going to be it. Listen, that's a wait-and-see game. I'm hoping it's going to be bullpen, or we'll see what happens. 1 Turner, 2 JT, 3 Harper, 4 Schwarber, 5 Bohm, 6 Nick, 7 Stott, 8 Wilson, 9 Marsh. I guess that's your lineup for next year. Gotta sign Soto. Yeah. Once you have issues getting hits, you bunt it and try to make something happen. Nothing changed. Quintana throws as many balls as they strikes and was left all fault. Yeah. Matty B checking into the program. He says February 12th, 2025, pitchers and catchers report. Yes. Bohm checked out. Might be time for a change. Listen, his defense was horrible in the beginning part of that game. Bohm's defense. Can't blame you there. Oh, my man Kyle checking into the show. What's up? Most of the line checked out. Yeah. Having Wheeler icing is nuts. In the 6th inning, instead of having him ready to go, was a little short-sighted. Yeah. Man, my man Steve's having some issues. Kyle, bullpen needs a full revamp. Yeah, the bullpen does. JT missing that meatball from Reed Garrett is bad. Yeah. Kyle says Phil's wasting a season where Atlanta missed the playoffs. Yeah, that's a good point. Like I said, I feel like we're the new Braves. Nine Castellanos in the lineup. That's far too many targets. Tragedy.
Oh, man.
Sorry performance. The fans and the media will
see. Kyle knows what I'm talking about.
Not bad. Yeah.
No, I didn't do bad. It's
my man Tyrone.
More guys did bad than good, but I don't think Harper's one of them. I don't think he's to blame.
My man Tyrone, my man checking in because Phillies suck. Thank you. He is just like Pat's co-host Mike. Even better. I like that. Yes.
Oh, damn.
Yes, he's right on the money. So guys, get ready to close up the program. But guys, Cassie hit
There you go.
412 this
Casty.
season. Has had more than hits than the rest of the teams. Well, he didn't get
He
any
goes
hits
out there hours before. There you go.
Yeah, you got to remember, Cassie was the Iron Man, too. He didn't give up, not at all. Like, he was in every game. JT was pretty ordinary. Yeah, so was Scott and Bowman. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, listen, we're nitpicking.
If you mean ordinary by ass, yeah, that's what.
Yeah. It was horrible. And of course,
yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend himself checked into the show. Remember, at 10 p.m., the final word with Matty B, Phillies and Mets discussion. We'll continue much more. Stay tuned. Yes, and listen, I know my Northeast Philly Heine is fully red, but I can only imagine what's going through the mind of one Matty B right now. I can only imagine what is going through that man's mind.
You think he has any positive things to say about this Phillies team?
Well, listen, he's got like beautiful, spiky brown hair. That's just all turned to gray. I guarantee you, he's got like a closet in the house. He's already put 4 holes in by punching them. Like and subscribe to the Rap.
Like and subscribe.
Yes, hit that smash button. If you guys are checking in from Twitter, from all their social media platforms, listen, do yourself a favor. Go on to It's a Rap Sports Network and hit that like and subscribe. Get more me. Get more me, Sal. Get more me, Sal, Matty B, Al. I mean, the whole bunch will be here. As long as Robbie manages, he will never move up to the top 3 in the lineup, and it will be moved for 4 and below. Wow. Mike Papernak is not a Matty B fan at all. We get it. We understand it. Buddy Kennedy and Steve. And
Steve's bricked up for Buddy Kennedy, man. I know that.
Think how backward that is. Alex killed the game. And, I can't believe. I think there was like 100 comments that came through. Never mind. There's like 3,000 more. But listen, guys.
A lot of people tuning in today, man.
Hey, listen, I get
everybody vent. Put your comments in and vent.
Yes. Listen, JT is done. He's out. He's a valuable backup, but we need production. We need a productive catcher. Well, listen, hold up. If you're talking offensively, yes. Defense, come on. He could gun down people. As far as throwing, he can still grab people at second base whenever he chooses. You can't say that.
He still calls a great game. JT's one of the great guys, great catchers that can call a game with pitchers. He can handle a pitching staff. I still love JT. Yes, his bat is declining, but the rest of his play is still solid. Yes.
Team energy did suck. Absolutely agree. As bad as Harper and Turner were this postseason, they wouldn't have been in the playoffs without him.
Sure.
Harper, I would say, but JT's been up and down, though, Kyle. I don't know. Well, no, I know what you're right, because Turner did, even through the bad stretches.
You said Turner.
Turner did have a great time. Crawford and Trey will be the next in a half next season. Yeah, we'll be the one half of the next season. All right.
No, I think he's saying 1-2 in the lineup. But where are you putting Schwartz at,
1-2
Steve?
in the lineup.
Oh, there you go.
Right.
What?
Oziwa, Harper,
Casty
Wheeler, Ranger showed up. Yes, that's about it. And of course, the ass of an NR. Yes. So listen, guys. I want to say thank you. Listen, we have 90 viewers checking into the show. Guys, you guys are doing a great job checking into the show. But listen, there's 84 live right there on EOP's Twitter page. So, guys, you guys are doing a great job tuning in with us. One more quick one for Cousin Steve, because I love Cousin Steve. He's one of my favorite commenters. Usually I feel defeated or upset. I don't. I know my mood isn't ruined. Maybe because I never really bought in this year. I can't say
Mm.
didn't miss something. Harper was fourth and 12. He had 5 walks. He played great D. Yeah, he did. So overall, though, thanks for everyone tuning in the show. My thing is Harper was okay. Cassidy has been an Iron Man through the whole coast, the whole entire season. Again, my problem with him is he's overly aggressive with the first pitches. Don't like that part. But listen, Ranger was sensational tonight. Ranger was okay. He gave up a couple of hits, got himself out a couple of jams, had a lot of strikeouts tonight. Really, really played a solid game. He kept the Phillies in this thing until the bullpen kind of collapsed on them. And the Phillies, you saw their faces when the camera was on. They had a look at defeat written all over them. But look, me, Pat Bernard, Pat from Ambler, alongside
They look
Sally
defeated,
G,
dude.
Big Sausage, Sally G. Guys, catch us. Give Sal right there. Follow on Twitter. And guys, remember, stay to this network. It's a wrap. Because we're going to have
Sal G Philly, appreciate it on Twitter.
Sal G Philly. Yes, we're going to have a Flyers postgame shows right here. So we're all going to stay in contact and work with each other, help the Finals final grow. The Finals final grow. I've been blessed enough to do this for 2 years in a row. Blessed Matty B brought me on, and looking to do some more work in the near future. Guys, not all is lost. Go Flyers. Go Birds. And, guys, we will catch you in 2025 for Philly Talk. Guys, we'll see you later.